Hi, and welcome back to another video. So I got a question about restringing the Donner NHL-500. So I figured I'd take a moment to do a quick video on how to restring it. I've only done it once, so I wouldn't say I'm an expert at restringing this specific guitar, but there were a couple little quirks that you might not notice when you're trying to restring it. So first up, I'm just going to do one string. I'm going to do the B string. That's because all the strings are brand new, and I am going to change them in a couple of days when I upgrade the pickups. Let's go ahead and get an overhead capture of this. Pardon the mess on the desk. That's from I redid the wire harness on the guitar, so the pickups will just need to be dropped in a couple of days. So I'm going to first loosen the string that needs to be changed all the way. If your string is snapped, you still want to do this. Okay, but essentially we want until it doesn't turn anymore. And now that's pretty good. The string's not going to come out. It's still under a little bit of tension. And let's get rid of that background noise there. Okay, so just keep that in mind as we're going through that. There should be a little bit of tension probably on the string. Another thing to note is I'm using 10 to 46 as my gauge string choice. I believe that's what this guitar shipped with, but I could not find the information on Donner's listings or website. So here I'm just using a 2mm Allen key screw driver attachment. I'm just going to loosen both these screws. Doesn't really matter which order I loosen them in. And now the string will come out from the locking mechanism of the nut, and I can push the string through the body to replace it. Okay. So this is not really that different than any other guitar, other than the fact you have to unlock it from here, which is somewhat similar to how locking tuners would work. So still kind of similar to a normal guitar. Now the thing you want to be careful of, and the thing I noticed, the tuner here, as you can see, will now move back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and show you the one quirk that I found. If I start putting the string through, and it might take a second to kind of wiggle it through just like any string through body would. But as we're putting it through, that tuner might shift a little bit. So we want to be mindful of its placement, and I'll show you why. So the string is going to have trouble getting through if it's not aligned. That's the first problem. So right there, I was having trouble. I pushed it back forward. It was good. Now let's say you're ready to pull the string through all the way, and the tuner is pulled back a little bit. Okay, if that has happened, you might accidentally pull the ball end of the string through the whole mechanism. So the ball latches into the actual tuner itself. So I'm going to push it back this way a little bit. So if I move the tuner back and pull the string through, which it appears on this specific one, I'm not going to have that issue like I did on the other ones. If you pull the string through and miss the hole for the tuner, it will not latch into place like this. Okay, and I don't really know how to show you exactly what's happening, but if you can see in here, the mechanism moving back and forth, it's essentially curved like this. So when it pulls back, there's space between the front of the bridge assembly that the ball end of the string can come straight through. You have to get the string through this part to latch into place. So I wasn't able to actually get it through the wrong way because I lined it up, but something to be mindful when you're doing this. Now we're going to come up to the locking mechanism up here. I don't need to do anything down there. I haven't taken the screws out. I might need to, but we'll try to put the string through first. So I'm just trying to wiggle the string around to see if I can get it through. Sometimes you might struggle with this, and you might just need to loosen the screws a little bit more. I'm definitely getting past the first screw, but I'm going to try and just loosen them both a little bit. And this is because you have two holes, like on each side. So the string has to go through one hole, in the middle of the channel, and through the other hole. And if you're having trouble with that, you can always just kind of bend the end of the string. Usually what happens is it's going down a little too much. So if I bend the end of the string and I push it through, I should hopefully be able to, get it through. So there's another little weird quirk, but that's not a Donner's thing. That's pretty much every headless guitar is going to have something like that, except for, like I mentioned, NK was a little bit different. Okay, so now the string is through. I just want to pull it tight. I'm going to take this. I'm not going to use the screwdriver handle or anything. I'm just going to hand tighten the top screw first. and then I'm going to tighten the bottom screw. And the reason I'm doing the B string is it's not a wrapped string, meaning it's more likely to slip. However, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I haven't had any string slip on this guitar, old or new. But now, probably hear the guitar. You might not be able to hear it, but the guitar itself the string is pretty tight, ready to be tuned up. I don't want to cut the string just yet. I want to tune the guitar and stretch the string first. So I'm just going to tune it to itself. Okay, now that I've tuned it to itself, I'm going to go ahead and just pull up on the string. I'm not getting any slippage from the string whatsoever. Sometimes people will feel the string slip and think it's up here, but it could be down here. So just be mindful of where it's actually coming through. On each of my strings, I can actually see the wraps that kind of keep the ball end of the string on coming towards the saddles. So I kind of know where these should be sitting based on the one time I did restring it before. So I'm just going to stretch the string out. Tune it, stretch it, tune it, until it doesn't go out of tune when I stretch. Sorry for the shaking of the camera. The cameras are mounted to the desk and I'm working on the desk. Okay, so still no slippage. It's staying in tune now. All I'm going to do now is come up here. I'm going to stick my snippers into the little area for the string to feed through. I'll actually bring it up here for you guys to see. So there's this little area where the strings kind of feed through. I'm just going to stick my clippers in there, cut it as close as I can to the actual piece of machinery. Okay, and now the guitar should stay in tune. I know you guys probably can't hear that too well, but that is how you would restring the Donner NHL-500. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you want to help support the channel, check out some of the links down below to buy stuff on Amazon that is affiliated with me, and it helps support me in the channel. If you'd like to sign up for lessons, you can also do that with a link down in the description. First 30-minute lesson is free. Thank you again so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.